Good morning, students. So I'm going to be doing the class expectations in this video. This should be kind of quick and sweet, but I'm going to go over a few things and kind of just for the how things are going to be going. So I'm going to go over the class expectations. They're pretty much uh, we expect pretty much the same thing from you. The only difference is that you have a lot more control and play a bigger role in your learning. So I'm going to go over these real quick. Uh, Please follow along. You can pause the video if you want to take a read, but I'm just going to go over this real quick and then a couple other things. So the digital learning for English 2, these are the class expectations. We're going to be reading, as we have been all year. We're going to be reading several genres: fiction, nonfiction, poetry texts, uh, just as we have been doing, and doing analysis of those. The writing, I think that the writing, we're going to have assignments, but I encourage you, anything that I give you that's enrichment, that you think is interesting, that you think it might be more authentic writing for you, and give you that practice. Use that as a tool for yourself. You're still expected to do the required work, but anything extra that would give you that's enrichment, and that's not required, and that will all be labeled. So you are expected to write for a variety of purposes, as well as read text and respond to those texts in multiple ways. So the digital classroom, you're expected to check for new announcements at least once a week. I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to go ahead and check every day, because if I post something that it might be enrichment, like I'm going to try to at least post something, at least maybe like a quiz is. It's just optional for you to have like opportunity to kind of have some fun with students that we can't all see because we have social distancing that we've got to do. So at least once a week, though. Please, I'm going to be posting on Mondays the assignments for that week. Those assignments are not due until the following Monday. And I'll be doing another video that's going to go over kind of the format that I want you to do some assignments, but I'm just going to go through this real quick. So you should behave appropriately. Don't do anything stupid. Please, just that this is important. I don't want to have to delete anything, or we just want to avoid that. All right. Students should you should always be respectful to your peers, and you should always be respectful just to anyone who's in charge. If you have any questions or concerns or beef or anything, address me personally. All right. Don't go trying to badmouth someone else, or don't like. Let's have open communication. We have this distance between us. We need to maintain a good communication. That you you should complete all assignments by Friday of each week, but the requirement is going to be for Monday. So Monday to Monday, you have that. The assignments are required. You will have, if it is not required, it will be listed as that. It will indicate whether it is optional or required. So please pay attention for that. I will make very, very clear the required assignments for that week, and then I will add on like anything extra that you want to do for a bit of fun. But our assignments, they're not going to be I'm not wanting you to spend a whole lot of time on those each day. I'm wanting you to kind of pace yourself if you need to. Don't spend any more than 25 minutes on an assignment in one day. Give yourself a break. Pace yourself through all your other classes. And I'm more concerned about you giving me quality time rather than a whole bunch of time that is kind of just back, like quality 25 minutes, rather than you sit down for an hour and every 5 minutes you're being interrupted with your phone. So please try to keep all distractions like eliminated. Like keep those away from you for at least that amount of time. It'll make it go faster, and you'll be able to get right back to whatever the heck you were doing before. But you know that you have a time and place that you need to sit down and do work for this class. It's it that there are going to be grades being taken on these. Again, the required ones, that's what those grades are going to be taken on. Again, remember, you have to pass this class for the year in order to be exempt from that English 2-star exam. So please do that. If you need further support, please attend my office hour sessions, and I'm going to be going over those in just a minute, or email me. If you email me, you need to email me through your student account, and you need to email me through if you are needing to get in contact with me aside from office hours, you need to email me. Don't do remind. Don't reply to something on Google Classroom. Email me, and I will get back to you. And please keep washing your hands. Use your shoulder, your elbow. Make sure you're not covering your mouth whenever you sneeze or anything with your hand. Don't do that. And don't touch your face. But practice proper hygiene. We got this. All right. So I'm just gonna go over. So these are my office hours. I will be having these Monday through Friday, and my morning office hours are 11:15 to 12. My afternoon office hours are 2:15 to 3 o'clock. These are live chats, so if you come in and I'm in the middle of speaking with someone, or there's a whole bunch of other people, I expect you to have your microphone on mute and to wait, uh, like to kind of wait patiently for your question or anything like that. Just be aware that there could be other people in there, and be polite to them. Let that if they were there first, allow them to go. But these are every day. These will be that I am going to assign these through Google Classroom. So like don't submit anything on these. You just have to click the link in there. That's the link to the Google Meet. And you don't have to have your video on. I just ask that you if I just ask that you are paying attention, and whenever it comes your turn, that you at least have your audio on. Again, these are going to appear in Google Classroom, and they should appear on your calendar as well, because your Google Classroom is linked to Google Calendar. So if you want to download the Calendar app, that would be very beneficial, because that will also list all of your assignments that we would have, and it would send you reminds. But you should have the Google Classroom app on your, if you have a mobile device. But if you have a you all have a Gmail account as well, you can you would get reminds for these, and also assignments through Classroom. So again, morning office hours are 11:15 every Monday through Friday, and I go to 12. So if you just need to pop in, if there's other people, just wait patiently, and I'll get to you. All right. And if you just like tutorials like that, that's my time. That's the time that you have to utilize me. All right. So if you're any questions, concern, need help, that is your time to that like you basically get to have me for that time. You get to utilize whatever help I can provide to you. And afternoon office hours, 2:15 to 3 o'clock. Um, I can't go much longer on like this one, the 12 o'clock. I'm not gonna be. I can't extend that time any further on those days. Afternoon office hours, I can go beyond 3 if I need to. Like if you're in there at that time, and we haven't gotten around to you, I will get around to you. So please, this one, if you know it's going to take a while, please do the afternoon office hours. And please make sure you have these apps on your phone, or and because these are going to be the main platforms that we're using. Email for communication. If you need to get in contact with me, this is your primary. That that's your that's your first go-to. And I'll be going over etiquette and like have a few things on that later. In Google Classroom, that's where most assignments will be. You'll complete them on that or through it. So if it's anything like Chief 3000, I will post onto there, and you'll of course you log in through Clever and go to that. Or if it's any of the other platforms, I will be sure to have it will be posted onto Google Classroom with links and instructions and how to complete the assignment. So again, if you're confused on anything, make sure you've read the directions first. If you're still confused, read them one more time and then contact me. But try to be in control and in charge of your understanding and seeing uh, like being in control of your learning and task, and try to utilize your time the best you can. Instead of if maybe if you would have just read it one more time, you wouldn't have had to wait till 2:15 in the afternoon to start working on the assignment because you just needed you misread something. So please make sure you're reading everything I give you very carefully. And lastly, make sure you're using your this is just a review. Make sure that you're using your student Gmail account. That is the only way I'm going to reply to you on emails. You need to do it through your student email. All right. Downloading the app will make your life a lot easier if you have both the Google Classroom and the Gmail app. That will make things very, very easy. And check these daily. I know the requirements are that you at least check it once. I'm going to recommend check it daily, just to get into that habit. And attend one of my daily live chats or tutorials during my office hours. Like that, I'm going to encourage you to do that at least once a week. If you just to do like a check-in, or if it's just to say hi. But just to kind of let us all know we're doing well, and maybe say hi to other students. But please, again, make sure that whenever we are online, everything is appropriate. Uh, Expectations, like don't do anything dumb. All right. Again, further support, uh, email me, and I promise you, this is not going. We're not trying to stress you out. We don't want to bog you down. We, I want this to be genuine for you. I want you to get more out of this than possibly what you would have in the classroom, because it's kind of just forced on you. You've had maybe haven't had much to do, but if you don't have anything to do and you want to feel productive and do something with it, I promise you I can give you some things and I can make suggestions on that. But that's it for this video. I will have more out, but please be paying attention to this, and go to my YouTube channel. I'll be posting on there several videos, and I will talk to y'all.